I never wanted a job. Like, I never knew what I wanted to do in my life. Like, growing up, in middle school and high school, people would ask you, what you want to be when you grow up. I've truly never had an answer. I've never known what I wanted to be. I honestly just been coasting and just going through the motions, and whatever happens, happens. And that was in my younger days. Now when I think about it, I realize I never wanted a job. Now, I'm not saying I'm against job. I'm not against jobs. I'm not against 9 to 5s. I'm not against providing for your family, providing for yourself. I'm not against it. But I'm just making this video because I wonder if anybody ever felt the same way, or it's just me. I've worked a lot of jobs. I've worked a lot of jobs, and I realized it never made me happy. It never made me happy. It never made me satisfied with what I'm doing with my life. I always felt like I always felt left behind. I always felt like I should be doing something better. So like I always felt like the concept of doing something you don't like strictly for monetary, strictly for living purposes, following orders from people you don't get along with, simply because you need this job to pay for food, rent, entertainment, so on and so forth. It's never been like the ideal life for me. Like, the fact that your livelihood is in the palm of somebody else's hand, it's always left like a bad taste in me. Like, they could just I'm working for somebody that they could just take my livelihood at any given point, and turn my whole life upside down at any given point. I realized, like, I never really wanted a job. I never really wanted to work for anybody. That's why, growing up, I never had an answer what I wanted to be, because back in the day, I didn't know certain things is possible where I could make money without working for anybody. Growing up, we never really talked about entrepreneurship and building your own, because that's not really a thing. Because your parents probably work for somebody, and your grandparents probably work for somebody, and so on and so forth. So that's not something we really talked about, at least in my household. And I don't know. I always felt like like there's more to life. It's more to life. And me getting sucked into this system, this trap, I always felt like I would be doing myself like a disservice. I would be doing myself a disservice. Like I said, I've worked countless jobs. I worked countless jobs, countless jobs, countless jobs. But every job I work, I always get the realization, like, it just hit me like a brick. Dang, this you for the rest of your life. This you for the rest of your life, and this what you're gonna have to do. Make minimum wage or whatever. You're gonna have to follow. Take directions from your higher ups, and you just gotta tough it out. You just gotta tough it out. There's nothing you could do about it. Now, disclaimer: this is for people who are in a job, who are working a job and still not fulfilled with their lives. Now, if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're happy with what you're doing, I'm happy for you. God bless you. That's what I'm trying. Like, if I could find a job that I like and I feel fulfilled, and it's more than me just waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get money from to going No, I don't get me wrong. I love making money, but me waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to an establishment that I'm not too very fond of, and I have to stay there for 8, sometimes 10 even hours, just to make the bare minimum. And like, I don't know. It just never been. It's just never been it for me. Like I realized it wasn't it for me because I remember being unemployed and being depressed. And I remember being employed and being depressed. And I'm like it gotta be something here. It gotta be something why I feel both emotions whether I'm working or not. Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. Because like I said, being employed is way better than being unemployed. I'm like I said, I'm not advocating for you to be employed and you to not have a job. If like I said, if you could find something you truly like, man, I'll tell you stick with that. Stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. But for me, that's just never been my case. But what I do love about employment, even if I didn't like the job, it gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of, I don't want to say it gave my life meaning, but it gave me something to look forward to. Even if I didn't like it, it gave me something to look forward to. And that's the positive side. It gave me purpose. So that's the positive side. But yeah, right now, I don't know. I always felt like putting my life in somebody else's hands was always a big turn off for me, especially someone I know that don't give a F about me and I'm just a number, make their dreams, and who give a F about my dreams and my goals and what I want to accomplish. I'm just here to do this. But yeah, I've always felt that way. I always felt that way. It didn't hit me until like I was 25. I was like, you know what? I love working. I'm a very hard worker. I love working, but I wanna do something I love. I wanna do something where, yeah, the money is great. The money is great, but I actually like what I'm doing. I actually wake up and look forward to what I'm doing. That's why I started doing content. I started, doing like TikTok, and I started doing YouTube and so on and so forth. I started doing social media because I seen, people, get far with it, live out their dreams. I see people accomplish great things with it. So I was like, okay, it's possible. When I was younger, that's not something that was really possible. Or at least I didn't think it was really possible, or it wasn't, or I don't know, it just wasn't on my mind as something that was possible. But now I see that it's possible. I was like, dang, maybe I should give it a try. And that was like 5 years ago. But still, nothing really, worked out for me. And I'm not complaining. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for everything that I've accomplished so far. But like I said, I just found myself just working jobs just to work it with no sense of purpose. It's just soul draining. Just doing something. I know I'm just doing it to make a few bucks and go home, and I gotta just put up with everything. Like I really want to take my livelihood out of someone else's hands and put it in my own hand. I want to put my own livelihood in my own hand and control what I got coming in. So I don't want no one to take anything from me. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm trying my best to articulate it because I feel like people understand where I'm coming from, but I'm not too sure. So I feel like it. I'm not sure, but I'm trying my best to articulate. So maybe someone can relate. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like I said, if you're doing something you love, great for you. I'm happy for you. But like I said, since I was young, I never knew what I wanted to do in my life. I never knew what I wanted to do in my life. I never had plans. I never could have think like 10, 15 years ahead, because all I was thinking about is in the now. I never could have think like 10, 15 years ahead. I don't know. And I still don't know. Right now, I'm just working job after job. Don't really like doing it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah, you just gotta make it work until something pops off. Maybe pop up, maybe something never pops up. I don't know. But I feel like it's more to life. I feel like everybody should be able to find a way to put their livelihood in their own hands. Put their livelihood in their own hands. I'm not against work. I love work, and I'm not against work. But I worked at so many jobs, and I've seen people in their 40s and 50s just working a job they hate. They hate. But they have to do it because they got a wife and they got kids and they got this responsibility and that responsibility to do. And it's like they hate it, but they can't, because they know there's nothing better out there, and they know that it'll be nothing coming in. So I've made it like my purpose is just to like find something that I can create. I want to create my own instead of building upon somebody else's creation. I want to create my own. That's all I ever wanted. I just want to create my own. Like I just said, I don't gotta be the richest guy in the world. It don't gotta bring in millions and millions and millions of dollars a year or whatever. I just want to be comfortable. And I want to, put my livelihood in my own hands. I don't want no one to determine whether I'm worthy of a paycheck or not. Like that's crazy to me. Having an income, having a job is a necessity to life. It's a necessity of life. It's like you can't. Like you have to do it. It's a necessity, and that's fine. That's great. But it's like even if I don't create my own pathway, it's like dang. I wish I had that spark of like dang. I want to be this when I grow up, or I wish I could just come across a job that I actually like, and I actually like. You know what? Yeah, I'm making money. But at the same time, like I don't even mind what I do. Like I enjoy what I do. So the money is just like a plus, to be honest. The money's just like a plus. But I enjoy it. I enjoy waking up. It gives me purpose. It gives me a chance to interact with others. It gives me life. Instead of me just dreading the next day and dreading Monday and my manager is gonna say this and blah blah. Like, come on. I can't do that for the rest of my life. And that's not something I want to do for the rest of my life. But anyway, I'm just making this video because I was like, I don't even know if anybody could relate to this. I don't even know. I'm just like, let me just make this video and just get my thoughts off the best way I can. But yeah, like I say, I never wanted a job. Every job I had, I would just do whatever I could do just to get by. I never really liked overtime. I never liked nothing past my 8 hours, like, because I always wanted to get in and get out, like, because at that point, it's not even about the money no more. I'm putting my mental and my happiness over it. So it's like, I didn't even care if I made less. I just want to do what I got to do to keep my job and get out of there. But yeah, anyway, I know I'm ranting, I know I'm rambling, but so I'm not gonna keep it too long. It's probably already too long, but anyway, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all. Let me know if y'all have any certain similar feelings or whatever, and let me know so I'm not alone. I feel like I'm like, dang, am I the only person who feel this way? But anyway, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and peace.